Hello, I'm Larry Meisel, and welcome to The Examined Life. In this video, I'm going to discuss my observations and reactions to the ongoing Russian invasion and occupation of Ukraine. Welcome to The Examined Life, a channel for people interested in the civil discussion of current events, ideas, and issues, from the tremendously important to the trivial but interesting. 90% of the proceeds from the channel are donated to Doctors Without Borders, Feeding America, Amnesty International, and Oxfam, a world hunger and poverty relief NGO. The Russian invasion of Ukraine is immoral, unnecessary, and illegal. It's a violation of international law for a country to expand its territory by military force. Russian military leaders are committing war crimes by ordering the bombing of civilian areas and ethnic cleansing by forced deportations. All military forces should be withdrawn from the occupied territories and returned to pre-invasion borders, and the government of Russia should formally announce its respect and recognition for the sovereignty of Ukraine. Tolerating Putin's annexation of the Crimean Peninsula and the eastern regions of Ukraine would be like allowing Hitler's annexation of Austria and the Sudatenland. Appeasement did not bring peace in our time. It brought about the invasion of Poland and World War II. As the saying goes, those who fail to remember history will be doomed to repeat it. Now would be a good time to hit the pause button and take a moment to tell me in the comment section what you think about this crisis. While I want Ukraine to prevail, I have mixed feelings about how the crisis is being handled. During the Vietnam War, I registered as a conscientious objector and served 2 years of alternate civilian service. So it bothers me that only military solutions are being talked about, while diplomatic or peaceful solutions are being all but ignored. The U.S. State Department has only 14,000 Foreign Service personnel, while the Defense Department has 1.3 million active duty service members, and that's not including the National Guard and reserves. So it seems the only tool we have is a hammer, and we're looking at every problem as a nail. Diplomacy, negotiations, sanctions, and resolutions are considered weak and naive, idealistic, unrealistic, and ineffective. While peaceful solutions seem few and far between, there are examples. In addition to Gandhi's struggle for independence from Great Britain and Martin Luther King Jr.'s struggle for civil rights in America, we can go all the way back to what's called the Peace of Westphalia, which in 1648 ended the 30 Years' War in Europe, and it established the concept of sovereign nation-states and the peaceful resolution of conflict through diplomacy. In 1972, Nixon and Kissinger went to China, which ended decades of hostility and lowered the risk of nuclear war and started the process of normalization of relations between our countries. In 1978, the Camp David Accords between Egypt and Israel established a framework for the normalization of relations and the peaceful resolution of disputes. The Accords have survived over 50 years despite changes in government administrations. In 1989, we saw the peaceful end of the Cold War and the threat of nuclear annihilation, and we saw the dissolution of the Soviet Union and the reunification of East and West Germany without even the firing of a single shot. And in 1998, the Good Friday Agreement was a pact between Great Britain, Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, and the political parties representing both the Protestants and the Catholics. The agreement addressed the underlying causes of what they called the Troubles, established means of power sharing in government, and arranged even for the surrender of military weapons. There's a 2016 film titled The Journey, which is a dramatization of how this process took place, how two fierce enemies, Ian Paisley and Martin McGuinness, brought an end to the decades-long ethnic and sectarian violence. Diplomacy can lead to peaceful change, even in the most bitter conflicts and under the most authoritarian regimes. I'll be doing research to make a follow-up to this video to describe the efforts of international organizations that are working to find peaceful non-military solutions to the war in Ukraine, as well as solutions to hostilities among and between other nations. My measure for the success of this channel will be in the amount of respectful discussion between and among the viewers. So share your thoughts in the comments section and interact with each other. Remember to subscribe because 90% of the proceeds are donated to charity. Until next time, wonder, explore, create, and grow.